Now, this is always the exciting bit of my presentations, because I talk about closing and everyone gets so excited. They think that I'm here, I'm going to talk to you about the latest manipulation technique, the latest closed questioning. I'm going to sit here and convince you to buy all of my books behind me, which are available on Amazon, by the way. But for me, sales is not about that whatsoever. Closing the sale is very important. It's let's face it, it's the most important part of the sales process, or one of the most important parts of the sales process. But fundamentally, closing the sale is just no more than asking for the sale. I've been guilty of this so many times. I've sent a proposal, I've had a coffee meeting, I've done a physical meeting, a presentation, and I've not asked the client for the next steps. We've left it in their control. As a salesperson and a business owner, it's up to you to persuade and convince your prospects that they need to make that decision there and then by asking for the sale. Your prospect's not willy-nilly going, hey, take my £2,000. I want to, I need this, that, and the other. You need to ask them for that. And although we're talking here about the sale, don't feel that it is just about the sale. Here we're talking about invite them to the next meeting, or if you've sent an email proposal, ask the question of when are you next available for a Zoom call to go over the proposal. Always look to take the next steps. The only closing technique that I truly recommend, and I think is absolute, above and beyond the most tried and tested, most wonderful closing technique the world has to offer, is the test close. Now, the test close is simply when you feel that your buyer is showing enough buying signals, so they're asking about prices, they're smiling, they're happy, is to simply ask a simple test question that's going to see if they're ready to take things further, see if they're ready to take things to the next step. I always label it as when we're learning to drive. They used to, what do they say? If you're entering a blind T-junction, you peep and creep, right? You peep and creep into the junction. You don't go full force into the junction, you peep and you creep, which now said 3 times makes it sound really creepy. So when you're recording this, Rachel, when you're editing it, please don't turn that into a quirky little soundbite, okay? But you need to peep and creep, okay? So by the test close, it'll be as simple as, and sorry to pick on you here, Rachel, it's just because I've got you on my screen, but I would ask the question of, so Rachel, from everything I've proposed to you so far, can you see this fitting in your home? Or do you see that this could actually solve those problems you're facing within your business? Or how much time do you think that would save you and your team? By asking a test close, you can then gauge where the prospect is along their decision-making process, and then you can either represent and go over some of the key questions that they may have, or you can simply go ahead and close the sale.